The two-day summit organized for head teachers of primary schools and local government secretaries, as well as the authorities of secondary schools across the 16 local government areas of Taraba State, came after declaration of a state of emergency on education by Governor Kefas Agbu. The summit, which took place at the popular Jolly Nyame Stadium, Jalingo, centered on critical issues aimed at repositioning the education sector in the state. The second day of the summit was dedicated to secondary school teachers in the state. The State Commissioner for Education, Augustina Godwin, who led key players in the sector to the summit, thanked the governor for the gesture. She also spoke on the working condition of secondary school teachers as well as the demand for effectiveness.
Your Excellency, these are the 336 principals of the 336 secondary schools in Taraba State. They are eager to hear from their governor, who has demonstrated that he has time for his teachers and principals. Dear principals, it is very clear that we are in a new era, an era of hope and new beginning. It is not going to be business as usual. You will have to brace up for very serious action. You have been trying despite the challenges you face in doing your work. I want to say emphatically that it is a new dawn in the education sector of Taraba. So we all have to work hard to keep the ball rolling. We have to sit up at our duty posts in order to cooperate with our God-given governor to transform the education sector in Taraba State. The future of many Taraba children lies in our hands. We must demonstrate renewed vigor in our tasks as shapers of the minds and future of our children. The free education is about to take off. We must shun all forms of shady businesses and embrace transparency and accountability in the discharge of our duties. As principals and teachers, you are all role models. Uphold and live the ethics of the teaching profession. We wish to assure Your Excellency that my team and I will work hard towards ensuring equitable access to education for all students, improving the quality of teaching and learning, promote digital literacy among students and teachers, strengthen vocational and technical education program, prioritize the promotion of girl education, and bridge gender inequality in school, to actively engage parents, communities, and relevant stakeholders for regular communication and collaboration, and establish a robust monitoring and evaluation framework. This is in line with the objectives and mandates of the Ministry of Education. Finally, Your Excellency, your thoughtfulness and recognition of teachers and principals is dearly cherished by all of us.
In his speech, Governor Kefas restated his administration's commitments to improving the sector.
Today is not a speech making day for me. It's just for me to speak my heart to you. I'm happy all of you are here to hear from the horse's mouth. I want to thank all of you for those that voted for us and for those that did not vote. But now it's time for governance. I'm a governor for all. In the World Index, if you look at Taraba, focus on Taraba, they will tell you, the only good thing they will tell you about Taraba is that Taraba has huge potentials in agri, in natural mineral resources, even human capital. But that is all they will tell you. That is to say, there are things that are buried. And the threatening one that they will tell you is that Taraba is one of the poorest states in Nigeria. Taraba is one of the states that has the highest number of out-of-school children. That is to say, the rate of illiterates in Taraba is very high. So what do we do? Are we going to continue like this? And from my assessment, I discovered that even all the school principals are just struggling. They are just struggling on their own. That is why these are just simple requests. All these things you highlight here, they are not even requests. I was thinking you'll be asking for my seat. Our dear principals, we have problem. When I was governor-elect, I tasked a particular group of people to go around all the schools, snap pictures of the schools, and bring them to me. So when I came out, after my campaign promises, the first thing I have to do is to reassure the people of Taraba that those dark days are over. And one of the reasons why I was doing all this was because if I, as an individual, without being a governor, right from when I was a lieutenant in the army, I was paying school for children. I have paid school for over 500 students in Kuala Lumpur University. The records are there. Without being a governor, I've been doing that not for politics. I have registered over 1,000, 2,000 children for WAEC and so on in Okari area. Because after the crisis between the Juku and the thief, all these young boys are there. Nobody is rehabilitating them. They are on drugs. Some of them have no direction. Some of them are confused. So what do we do? So we have to start to work. Because when you speak to people in position, sometimes they don't even listen to you. So now that God has brought me in that position, since I like advising, now that I'm there, let me advise myself. So it was based on that I advised myself. If I have no advisor, I advise myself that the right thing must be done. And I went around the schools. The condition of the school is appalling. I've trained my children. I'm from Okari. I did my primary school there. I did my secondary school there. None of my children went to government school. From nursery, primary, secondary, all private institutions. And I paid for it. I know how much I invested on them. Now, if I ask my children now to come back here, if the people that are here, the children that are here, they are not educated, how would they relate to them? There will be disconnection. Because they will be saying different things, these people will be saying different things, and there's conflict. So for us to build the future for our children, those that went to private school and those that went to government school, is to do what we are doing now. That was why I took that decision. And when I went to one of the schools, I sat down with the child. I asked her, how much do you pay school fees? He said, yes. How much is school fees? He said, 2005. 2005? He said, yes. I said, okay. Now you go to some homes. The parents, they will have like 6 or 7 children. And they cannot even afford the 2005. So every child is entitled to free primary, free secondary education. And it's compulsory for all our children. So parents, we must force them. That is why I made that declaration. And by the grace of God, God will help us, we will fulfill it. We are trying to build a new Taraba so that the whole world will use the same voice and say Taraba have the highest number of educated children, educated people. If they are looking for doctors, they are looking for pilots, they are looking for any kind of professional engineers in the world, Taraba is the hope.
Some of the primary and secondary school teachers shared their views on the summit with Discover Taraba.
The meeting is a very positive one. In the history of Taraba State, I've been here for more than 23 years now. We have never had such an awesome meeting. The governor have promised free education to all children in Taraba State, regardless of non-indigent. No parent will give excuses of allowing their children to roam the street now, because the governor have offered and he have started. Some people say that we will see the light at the end of the tunnel, but in Taraba here, education section, we have already seen the light at the beginning of the tunnel.
The meeting was very excited, and to me it was my first day to see my governor in the States, to interact with him in the part of educational sector, and he promises a lot of things to the primary school teachers as well as the head teachers. And he promised that he is going to take promptly payment of salaries in order to reduce the burden and to ease the hardship that we are in our economic situations for today.
Private primary and secondary school teachers have been called upon to key into the education policy of the Kefas Agbu administration. Speaking at the launch of the maiden edition of a magazine by Divine Favor International School, Jalingo, the State Commissioner for Education commended the school for its quality teaching techniques and conducive environment for learning and skills acquisition. She acknowledged the outstanding performance of the school in producing 2 consecutive winners of the Integrity Club competition organized by the National Orientation Agency, Abuja. The commissioner encouraged the proprietor to keep up with the tempo.
And I have to add my voice to what the people said, especially those that were presenting the news. They made mention of what our executive governor said concerning the state of emergency on education, basic and upper basic. It interests me because I'm a teacher, and we know that our problem in Taraba State and Nigeria is more or less educational. And this is a good thing towards a good direction, so that if our teachers are well trained, we'll have a better society. Nobody goes to school and will not learn. Whatever program you are doing, you will learn at least a little, and you will be better than where you were. That's number 2. Number 3, I want to tell the proprietor, I know when he hatched the desire to have this place we discussed, and the last time I came, it was only that building. I want to tell you, sir, that you have to be up and doing, because with what the governor has said, you may be losing some of your students, because our schools will be good. Our secondary schools, our primary school will be improved, and this is better. Many people will rush in there. But never mind, you have a good arrangement here, and I believe that by the grace of God, you contribute your quota to seeing that our students are well trained. Finally, I want to encourage parents that in as much as we see what is happening here, don't forget that money is needed for all this. And so try to pay the school fees of the pupils, these children that are behaving well and are doing well, so that they will continue to trend in better. Having said this few words, I want to say that I'm very happy to be part of this gathering. For me as a teacher, this is the best time. June, July is always the best time up to August for me, when I see young ones like this graduating and moving forward. In the next 15 years, these ones might be in the university and they'll be doing something better. I want to, with these few words, I want to say, because I'm a teacher, I've got it short, and I want to say that may I now have the honor to declare the launching open for all of us to contribute. Not forgetting that the chair lady told me she believes that when the chairman talks, no need for her to talk. She's a teacher. So she will only come out maybe to give money. Thank you very much.
Responding, the proprietor appreciated Governor Kefas Agbu for identifying the school
Beatrice is
and
the
promised
next.
to maintain the relationship.
Mercy Beatrice.
Of God and education who has made time to be here. Let me especially thank my classmates in the master's class in Taraba State University. You are all welcome. We are delighted to see you here. This is the second time we are doing this in this place. It was quite a very modest start in 2021. We never imagined we could grow in leaps and bounds. But since then till that, it has been very awesome. God has been working in our life, because a year after the establishment of this school, we took part in a national competition, and the school came first in Nigeria. And since then, it has been one wonderful thing or the other. So Divine Favor International Academy is an incubator. Here we seek to incubate human beings that will impact meaningfully in the life of people in course of our stay in the world. This journey wouldn't have been as successful as it appears to be without the commitment of parents. We have wonderful parents who have stood by the school. They stand by the school in thick and thin. That is where we have been able to accomplish what we are able to. Today we are adding another feather to our cap. The maiden edition of the school's magazine will be launched, and we hope to make it an annual thing. So it is our candid appeal that the people out there will continue to partner with the school as we continue to modestly grow the school. We in Divine Favor Academy will continue to be happy with government of Taraba State, who has demonstrated serious commitment to the growth of education in the state. We will continue to partner with the government so that we totally eradicate illiteracy in Taraba State. It is no time for serious talking. My job is to welcome you people. You are all welcome. And as you stay here, may God bless all of us. Thank you as you come. Thank you.
The speech and prize-giving ceremony featured activities like quiz, debate, speech presentation, drama, cultural dances, magazine launch, and more.
Teachers and my fellow graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 2022/2023 Nursery 2 graduating class, we have a presentation on the solar system. Thank you. I am the sun, the largest object in our solar system. I form the center of our solar system. I have 8 planets cycle around me. Thank you. I am the planet Mercury. I'm the closest planet to the sun, smallest planet in our solar system. I am the planet Venus. I'm the second planet from the sun, hottest, brightest planet in our solar system.
Divine Princess.
parents, invited guests and dignitaries at the event expressed joy with what was on display.
For an occasion like this, speech and prize giving day, I'm delighted, very happy to see the pupils doing wonderfully, reading at a very young age, 2, 3, 4 years, they have started reading. And then if they imbibe this culture, I think they will go places. They will be able to achieve a lot in this life. So I'm so glad that I watched, I listened to the speech and prize giving day today. And I encourage parents in Jalingo and the environs to bring their children here. Because what I experienced today, it doesn't matter the distance and how much you spend. If your children are here, if your child is here, I think at the end of the day you will smile home. Because the character will be there, they will teach them how to behave well, and then they will learn immensely. And I think that is what every parent is out there for.
Meanwhile, the state government has concluded plans to build model schools across the state. This is in line with pronouncements by Governor Kefas that conducive classrooms are the cornerstone for changing the deplorable conditions of schools in the state. He said the interventions will help to start from there, and experts will be engaged to build better learning centers equipped with modern teaching tools.